huge plan to protest in front of the Arizona Capitol this weekend. You've heard me talking about this. I'm glad it's at the Capitol. I'm very glad it's at the Capitol. By the way, some of those attorneys embedded have been putting out notices to get people to go protest at MTech, where the ballots are counted. That'll get you locked up in jail. And so I'm going to go over what's going on this weekend. This will be my final stuff here, but they're doing a push called AZ, that's the hashtag, AZ Revote. Revote has a definition. So what's going to happen is there's going to be an organized protest somewhere near the Capitol Friday 9 a.m., and it's going to go through the weekend. Okay? Maybe you may or may not see the candidates there. You will see a lot of opportunists there that have nothing to do with audits but want to get in front of people. I expect that. But you know all the issues and crap with this. Well, 30+% of the polling stations being down, all this crap. I'm just going to give you the specifics. Okay. And the specifics are, once again, based on a redo. And I'm going to read you the definition of a redo. A redo election, also known as a revote or special election remedy, is the process of voiding election results and holding a new election. The specific results for calling a redo election vary, but include deliberate efforts to obscure results such as electoral fraud or mistakes like a broken voting machine. Most commonly, states or courts only call for such a redo election if the number of ballots affected is large enough to change the outcome of the election and otherwise call the results into question. You better freaking believe it. But that's also why they're saying, well, there's only 17,000. Total lie. They're trying to keep it low. But you need to get a redo. So what's going to happen in Arizona that's being put out is a grassroots activist organizing a protest to take back Arizona's corrupt elections, bad actors who seek to harm, blah, blah, shit, blah, 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 blah. And they're trying to say it's like a Brazil movement. And so what's going to happen is there's going to be and there's been a website put up called azrevote.com. Prayer and protest are planned for Friday and Saturday, November 25th and 26th, beginning at noon. Please show up with signs and banners, et cetera, et cetera. Help is needed. Spread the word, blah, shit, blah, blah, blah. They also want an overpass campaign, which is great. The overpass campaign, there are many sites. I would refer you to the Gateway Pundit, where it'll say where you can put overpass banners on there. I'm telling you this, and I'm going to see if I can't share it to every one here, if my chat interface will allow me to do it. And by the way, obviously, I'm not doing my radio at the moment. I wanted to do this as much interruption free as possible. I don't know if all those posted, but we'll see. I will post you a link. But I want to remind you of a few things, please. Number one, please do not wear your MAGA gear. There's a very specific reason I'm asking you to not do this. Part of the legal machinations where they're trying to criminalize and arrest Donald J. Trump is they are saying that he is raising an army. He is in the process of executing a conspiracy to overthrow the government. See, they stopped saying January 6th was an insurrection. So they've changed the legal writing. Okay? And they're now trying to say that his efforts are to have people rise up and overthrow the government. This is a midterm, folks. Freaking remember it. 2024 hasn't come. They just announced a special prosecutor to prosecute Donald J. Trump. And in Arizona, if you are as short-sighted to show up in a red hat or MAGA gear, you are playing into exactly what the left wants. It is going to look like it's Trump's MAGA army. The media is going to spin it. There will probably be agitators inside to make something trigger. And the shock waves of this event will go all the way up to preventing Donald J. Trump from running. And probably get him sent to prison. They will use the optics. I'm asking you, please, show up as a normal citizen. The things to avoid are MAGA gear, avoid camouflage of any type, avoid camouflage patterns of any type. Again, they're going to say you're organizing an army. Avoid camouflage. Okay? Avoid rebel flags, Confederate flags. This is an optics game at the moment, folks. You need normal people showing up. Normal people standing shoulder to shoulder. Do not show up in camouflage. Do not show up in combat boots. Do not show up in your Bates boots, your Desert Storm boots. Don't show up in khakis and tans. Don't play into what the media needs. The ramifications of this event in Arizona are national. They know they screwed up Arizona. They know you are upset in Arizona. You have every right to be. But you're going to have people at this event speaking. I'm warning you right now. You're going to have conservatives at this event speaking that are on record and recorded telling people to get their guns, get in the street. I'm going to build a guillotine. I'm going to build a gallows. We're going to hang them all. I want you to think about that for a moment. One of your speakers who professes to be a conservative is going to be one of the speakers there. And that person has basically before in the media wrote about it. Everybody wrote about it. We're going to hang people. We're going to pull them out of office. We're going to hang them. We're going to guillotine them. Get your guns, get in the streets. That is one of the speakers, folks, that's being promoted here. Also, don't wear any black Antifa gear. You're going to have a speaker there that's supposedly a conservative that magically doesn't have any background that anybody can verify before 2010. It's just like the guy doesn't even exist. Who's garnered an audience, who has gone on tape, radio, podcast, and everything as a conservative, telling you to get the streets, get to your guns. I'm going to build the gallows. I went and bought lumber. And this is one of the people speaking. I'm asking you to distance yourself from that. The Confederate flag is not going to help us. That war's over. Don't take it. Military boots, desert shield shit, tactical fucking vest, other than you being a dumbass fucking dork for even wearing that, you're probably a setup. Don't do that stuff. Do not do that stuff. Please, folks, I'm warning you again, just like I did in December of 2020, saying don't go on January 6th. It is all a setup. I told you that. I told you the Michigan Whitmer shit was a setup, and here's how they're going to do it. And that's exactly what played out. Yes, show up, but be normal. Stand side by side. Refrain from doing this to anyone. In fact, don't even raise your hands. I'm going to ask you not even to wave because they will catch a photo of you doing this shit. Don't raise your hands. If anything, do this, supplication. But don't you dare point because the media will use that as a photo opportunity. There are going to be patriots, wannabes, fakes. Yeah, somebody says, wear your Christmas sweaters. That would be awesome. Wear your fucking National Lampoon Christmas sweaters. Blow their photo up. Wear their the coexist t-shirts, right? Where we all look like libtards. There are going to be people embedded in this that they're going to be disguised as conservatives and they're going to try to get you riled up. Let's go get down here. We're going to march. Take away their tools. Even if you have to move away from those people, shun those people. Don't get in a fight with them. Yes, videotape them and document them. Be very wary of anybody covering their face. I do know that there has been operations for this Patriot Front stuff, you know, their shields and their khakis and blues. Be prepared that maybe those people will show up. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Do not challenge them. Do not attack them. Do not point at them. Part like the Red fucking Sea and walk away from those guys so you're not even in the same field of view. Don't even be seen talking with them. Don't call them out. We all know who they are. If you want to do something productive, film them when they're unloading. Get the U-Haul VIN numbers and license plates that nobody seems to get so we can find out where they're doing it, or the Ryder trucks. But I'm telling you, back away. And yes, I said, okay, wear a sweater in Arizona. Yes, Arizona will be hot, but you understand what I'm saying. Back away. Back away. You don't even want to be in the same shot with them. They're going to have face masks, baklavas, you know, covering the... Back away. If you are a true patriot, you're there to show your presence en masse that this won't stand. But if you do the typical radical shit, they're going to use it against us. Stand solid, stand in solidarity, stand in peace. Fucking sing Arm in Arm the national anthem. But don't engage in a hostile way because they will use it against every one of us. This might be their trigger event because that's how critical this Arizona stuff is. Show support. Show support. I also want to let you know the FBI put out and Department of Homeland Security put out as terrorist gear. You know how the marine yellow, don't tread on me, the rattlesnake? They've even called that white supremacist domestic terrorist gear. Avoid it. Avoid it. Fucking go buy pussy hats and pink shirts, but avoid the stuff on the list that they're saying is an organizing of domestic terrorists. Please. Please. But all I can do, folks, is give you advice. I can't make you take it. I can't make you take it. But it does concern me. It does concern me that one of the people that's featured at this event that they say is going to speak is on record, called out, national news and all, about we're going to hang them, we're going to pull them out, we're going to put them to the gallows. I've already bought the lumber. I'm telling you.